hot takes.
You.
Yep, that was it.
That's the intro.
Yep, it's me, Brendan.
I'm Bridgette.
And it's time. Let the hijinks ensue.
What's up, everyone? I have hot takes today.
Bridget's got some opinions.
If you've been following along for any amount of time, that will not be shocking news.
Yeah, and I'm gonna agree or disagree with Bridget's opinions.
And he's going to agree because I'm always right.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, are you prepared?
Maybe I'll lie to make it interesting. Yeah, I'm
I
ready.
have some three very spicy takes.
Okay, let's hear them.
The first one is that people who only read one genre are living in their own echo chamber. And that it's important to step outside your comfort zone and read things that challenge you and make you feel uncomfortable.
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
I'm conflicted right off the bat.
Okay, great. Tell me why.
So, not everyone reads like we do, right?
No.
Like, some people read like 2 books a year, maybe.
For sure.
So what if you're a person that reads 2 books a year and you just want to read the thing you like?
I think that is a very valid point.
Like, what if I just like a book about, I don't know, what do normal people like? Maybe I just want to read like a biography about a cool guy twice a year.
I mean, sure. I think when I was writing these hot takes, I was probably leaning more towards like avid readers like
That's
us,
fair,
and
that's
I
fair.
wasn't really thinking about those type of people. I was thinking more about, people who are reading at least a book a month.
When your reading is like your hobby.
Yeah.
But also, I just realized as I said that doesn't disprove your point, because if I'm only reading a biography about a cool guy twice a year, I'm still in an echo chamber.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think no matter how often you read, it's still important to read about lots of different things.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point, if you will. And I also think that there's a really, really good chance that if you are only reading one genre and you have tried to read outside of that genre before, you might just be reading the wrong book.
Yeah, that's true. There's so many books.
There's so many books. And there is a book in any genre, I truly believe, for every
everyone.
person.
Yeah.
So like,
and
there's a really good chance you just need to try a different one.
Yeah. And now it's easier than ever to find like good books.
Yeah, there's so many ways for you to get recommendations about things that you would actually care about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I think I agree.
I have convinced you.
Yeah, I agree. I had my counterpoint and then I realized that it didn't disprove your point, so I think I agree.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm one of the people that needs to read more books outside my genre.
I feel like you do read outside your genre.
I try, but like on my Fable account, it's like 75% of like the circle graph of like
it's fantasy.
It's fantasy.
Well, sure, but that you're not only reading fantasy though.
That's true.
Is what I'm saying.
Just mostly.
Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't have a genre that you love.
Yeah.
Clearly, people are gonna have something they enjoy reading, but if that's all you ever read, like, you got to step outside of that every now and again.
And it's like, for most people, reading is a hobby. Like, it is for enjoyment.
For sure. And also, I think it's very valid to want to just, like, use it as a dissociation tool.
Yeah, escapism, baby.
Yeah. And, like, sometimes we don't want to learn, I don't read to learn new things all of the time. But I also think, like, it's okay to, like, challenge yourself every now and again and
it's good
not
for
always just be coasting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I agree.
All right. You ready for number 2?
It's my shirt. My shirt smells like campfire.
Really? Oh, it does?
Yeah.
That's kind of nice. I don't hate that.
I kind of don't like it. It's fine.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. What's your next point?
Had I all the money in the world, would prefer shelves full of well-loved books, like maybe a little torn, some tabs, some notes, over stupid expensive, one-of-a-kind, original copies every day of my life. Give me a well-loved book.
100,000% agree. 1,000,000% agree, dude.
I don't know that there are really any books that I would be like, yeah, you know what I'm gonna do today? Drop multiple hundreds of dollars
Yeah.
for this specific cover art.
Yeah. It's like, I mean, there's a couple different facets to this point in
Absolutely.
my
Nothing?
view.
Sure.
Number one is like, if you have a well-loved book, I'm assuming you don't have kids that destroy your book for no reason. It's a sign of a book that's really good. It's a similar thing when
Agree.
you're like, people say like when you're buying a guitar, like the way you can tell that it's like, I don't know if people said this. I think I heard a person say this once and it just stuck in my head. But the way you can tell that it's like a really good guitar is the wear on it. You can tell that it's been played over and over and over
Yeah.
and over again. And that's how you can tell it's like a well-made, like good guitar.
Yeah.
It's just same thing I would think
Yeah.
with like a book. If it looks like, oh, I don't have my books out right now, but I was gonna
I
pull
do.
up like one of my
Look at
Sanderson
my
books.
copy of the book thief.
Yeah, it's like
Like,
it's ran
she's
through.
torn. She's
Yeah,
fallen apart.
it's
And
because it's been used, brother.
I've read this
Yeah,
thing many a time.
yeah,
Yeah.
1000% agree. The other thing is like vintage shit just looks cool. So
Yeah.
it's like if it looks like it's been around and like
Yeah.
has its own, it's been through a journey, you know, that's just
Yeah.
sick.
It has a story.
Yeah, it's got character.
Yes, agree. I'm very much a book thrifter.
Yeah.
I love a good thrifted book, and I especially love when I get a special gem and there's like a note inside or
Yeah,
something.
somebody wrote something in there. Yeah, dude.
Oh man, it gets me. It gets me.
That's
Anyway.
something I kind of want to start doing because I've never been like I never like mark up books or like
Mhm.
highlight shit. Sometimes I'll
Mhm.
take pictures,
Oh,
but it's like I kind of want to start like,
actually writing things in them.
yeah,
I
think
really
that'd be
like
fun.
to write notes in books.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
All mine would just be like, that was sick.
You know what?
This part's cool.
So cool.
It just, yeah,
Yeah, I'm not like a typical annotator. Like I'm not usually like sticking
Yeah.
in tabbies and color coding and
Yeah.
stuff. It's more just like sometimes you have to do something about what you just
Yeah.
read. Like I physically cannot just move on from the
Yeah.
sentence I just consumed.
Usually I'll take a picture or I'll text like you or Shelby and be like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my second hot take.
Yeah, 1000% agree with
Well-loved
that one.
books every
Yeah.
day. I also think, last thing, I am a book lender.
Mm-hmm.
I like to let people read my favorite books.
Yeah.
And so I think that's also a sign. Like if your book is loved, it's been in multiple hands.
Yeah, I am drifting away from book lending.
I think that's really fair.
Only because nobody's given me my damn books back.
Are you talking about our sisters? Or
well,
me?
Dad has it right now.
Oh, I also have some of your books.
You
right
have,
now.
yeah. But one of my friends has had one of my books for so long,
Aw.
and I think she's probably read like 100 pages. And it's one of my favorite
that's
books.
fair.
It's
You
a
have
5-star book, bro.
Yeah, you have to give them to people you know are gonna actually read
Yeah.
them.
Shout out my boy Dalton though. He gave me my book back pretty quick,
Aw.
so legend.
Thanks,
He actually
Dalton.
read it. And then I have another friend that I lent him a book, and then like 2 weeks later he gave it back, and I was like, "Oh, did you read it?" And he's like, "I ain't never finishing this," and I was like, "Okay." I don't think he even
Rude.
I mean, it's fine. Like
What book was it?
Red Rising. I recommend that book to a lot of people who don't really read because I
Yeah.
feel like
It's a good intro.
Mhm.
Sure.
But sometimes it
Just doesn't
they
land.
just don't want to read.
Yeah, that's
you know,
fair.
which is
It's really
fine.
fair.
It's not for everyone, I guess. It should. I mean, I think it kind of is, but whatever.
Yeah.
What's your next take?
Okay, my last one. Are you prepared?
Mm-hmm.
Books that get you out of a reading slump
Mhm.
don't exist
Mm.
because you're not in a reading slump because of books.
Explain.
Maybe this is just me being too personal, but usually if I'm in a book slump, what I need is a break.
From reading?
From life, usually. Just like in general, there's just too much going on. And so it becomes extremely difficult for me to like sit down and focus. And so I can't get invested in a story because there's already too much happening in my brain. So most of the time, what gets me out of a reading slump is like taking a real breather for a minute.
Yeah.
And maybe not reading nothing, but not consuming at the rate that I
Dialing
usually
it back
do.
a little. Yeah.
Taking some time to like just take care of myself
Yeah.
for a second. And sometimes, honestly, it's unpacking the shit that's happening in my life until it feels manageable again. And then I can get back to it.
That makes sense.
That is my hot take. I think a book can cause a slump.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. You can read something shitty and be like, wow, I need a real breather from that.
Yeah.
But to get you out of a slump, sometimes there's just nothing you can do, and a book can be fucking good and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I medium agree.
That's fine.
Because I think there's a world in which you hit a reading slump because you read like 2 or 3 real bad books in a row. And then you're like, I'm kind of down on reading right now. And then you
Yeah.
read a banger book and it like
Hypes
gets
you back up.
in.
Sure.
I think that exists. That's never happened to me because
You only read bangers.
I only read bangers
Absolutely.
for the most part. But like, I think that's like that could happen.
Yeah.
So I'll say medium agree.
Medium agree.
I agree with what you're saying, but I think that there is a world in which you enter a reading slump because of
Bad
a
books.
series of books that you just don't like.
That's super fair.
Maybe not necessarily bad books, but just books that you don't like.
Didn't hit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's really fair. I don't know. I feel like there have been occasions where I have tried to start a book to get me out of a slump
Yeah.
that I know is a good book.
Yeah.
And it like I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just can't
I
lock in.
can't.
Yeah.
And I will come back to it months or so later and be immediately drawn in. Like it's not a problem at all. I will fly through the book.
Yeah.
Right? So like actually Red Rising is that book. One of those books for me. The first time I read it was after I had been in a slump and I was like,
Yeah.
man, everyone hypes up this book. I'm gonna read it. And I think I got like 15% of the way in.
Damn.
And I was like, I can't. Like I cannot lock in for this story. I don't know what's going on. And came back to it 6 months later and flew through the fucking series. Yeah.
I was gonna say, imagine like DNFing Red Rising and not getting to experience Golden Sun, dude.
If I had DNF'd Red Rising, we wouldn't be here.
True. That's a good point, actually. That is a good point.
So, you know, I'm real glad I tried again.
Yeah. I love that series, dude. I understand people's criticisms of it. Like I get what they're saying, but I'm just like, I just don't agree.
Don't
dude.
bring your criticisms
Oh,
here.
it goes so hard. I can't wait for Red God to be announced so I can reread the whole series in preparation for Red God.
It's gonna be so fun to read it all again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to actually buy the physical books.
I have them all, baby.
I know.
Well,
I only have Lightbringer.
I have book 2, just not in my possession.
Oof. Kevin?
Dad.
Called out on the tube.
I'm gonna Shelby listened to them all, so we have them on Audible.
Yeah.
So when I redo it, I'm gonna immersive read the whole series. God, I love
wanna
immersive
do that.
read. Dude, it's kicks so much ass.
Because I listened to them all the first time, so maybe I'll buy
it goes
them.
so hard, dude. I usually don't do it for the whole book because sometimes I'll be driving and then I'll listen to it. But like, Valor.
Yeah.
Is book 2. That's the one I just finished.
Uh-huh.
For some reason, I can't remember which title goes with which book.
I don't.
It's because it's like
there's a
it's
single
it's
word
Malice.
and
Valor. Yeah.
it's like one word and they're like not that impactful of a word.
No, it doesn't like
and like doesn't have anything to do with the actual story.
But anyways, I immersive read Valor.
It was good.
Oh, dude, that book is so good. That book is. We haven't talked about it yet, but it's 5 stars. It's easily 5 stars.
So good.
Anyways, that's the hot takes video, I guess.
We did it. Those are my hot takes.
I'm gonna go wash this friggin' shirt, dude.
Please tell me if you agree with me.
Sorry,
I
if
have
you just
a complex,
saw my belly button. And
I need to know that I'm right. That's it. Okay.
Okay. Bye.